Mona is a welder, and there was welding equipment at her house. There were some other things. There was a trash can there, and inside that trash can there were some items that looked like a body. Where's Mike? You can answer to what some of that other evidence was.
Certainly.
This is Officer Mike Miller. You can come on up. He did the.
Thank you, Captain. Good afternoon, everybody. My last name is Miller, M-I-L-L-E-R. My first name is Michael. I'm a detective in the Homicide Division. I was one of the detectives to interview Mona Nelson, and I can tell you she is a cold, soulless murderer who showed an absolute lack of remorse in taking the life of Jonathan Foster. There are a few cases that impact homicide detectives in this manner. This is one of them. There are guys that have worked homicide investigations for a long time